So the Blue Jays, they come out in the finale of the series, and they win 5-3 over the Philadelphia Phillies and win a series, the first one since the beginning of May. And boy, is it feeling nice. And the funny thing is, guys, when we get swept in a 4-game series against the Oakland A's, who weren't at the time, we're under 500. They're not a very good team. You get swept by 4 games. Oakland's not terrible, but you know what I mean. You shouldn't get swept. Then you played the Los Angeles Angels, a team who had lost 5 straight coming into the game. You won the opener. Nope, you lost the next 2. And you're like, that team was struggling. The other team's not so good. And you lost both. And now you play the Phillies, a team that was playing very well coming into the series. I think they were, 9 games over 500 coming into it. And you win the series? The Blue Jays come out. And I gotta say, in this series, the entire one, we have seen some very good starting pitching. Gaviglio to start it off, 6 innings of 3-run ball. Garcia yesterday, even though it was a loss, 7 innings of 1-run ball. And today, other than the 1 bad inning from J Happ, even though only 2 were earned runs of the 3 that came across the score, he went 6 2/3, giving up 6 hits, 3 runs, 2 were earned and struck out 2 guys. Walked 2 guys and struck out 8. Now, we'll get to that inning and how it kind of affected the team overall. But J Happ gave this team 5 great innings to start, so the Jays could that gave the Jays a chance to get the lead. And in the top of the second inning, 2 walks, Russell Martin and Dwight Smith Jr., who continues to impress me. And the funny thing is about him, in the big leagues so far, he has done amazing in his first stint with the big leagues. Then he goes down to AAA, and he plays all right, but he's nothing too out of the water special. Then he comes back up, and today makes a huge impact, just a gigantic impact. And him and Martin walk, so runners at first and second with 1 away. Wild pitch, both runners move up, and who's at the plate? Devin Travis. Full count pitch, hangs a curveball. You don't want to do that. And Devin Travis drills it into the, left center gap. And it goes all the way to the wall. Both runs come in to score. And a 2-run double from Devin Travis. And the Jays got a 2-0 lead. Guys, since Devin Travis has come up from Buffalo, he went 0 for 3 in that first game, but his timing was off. He had 2 strikeouts, really wasn't the greatest. But then he went 1 for 3 with the home run. And then he went 1 for 3 against the Angels in the finale of the series, and then he was off for a couple days. And then today he went 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs. I think Devin Travis is back. Man, he looks good. Beautiful defensive plays. Yeah, that really long run down the first baseline. Tough, but it's a really tough play to make. Outruns the ball even. But overall, he's looked great. And the Jays got the 2-0 lead in the second inning. And J Happ at this point is just cruising. He's just chugging along, just looking great. Then we go to the 6th inning. And, as Jays fans, we've kind of gotten used to this. When the Jays get a lead, they kind of sit there and they just wait. And that's not what you want to do. And then in the 6th inning, Tommy Hunter comes on. And he's a guy that in the past, the Blue Jays have rocked a ton. Previously on the Baltimore Orioles, that's where the Jays had most of their fun. Strikes out Donaldson to lead off that inning. Walks Justin Smoke. Then Solarte rips a ball past the second baseman into right field. 1st and 2nd now. Then Pilar, as he did all game long, just rips a ball as hard as he can right at which one was this one? At the third baseman, Franco. He hit it twice at the third baseman, 1 to the first baseman, and a rocket to the shortstop who makes a diving play to throw him out at first base. He couldn't buy a hit in this one. And right there's 2-1 and 2 out. Then Russell Martin singles to center field. Now the bases are loaded. They hold up Justin Smoke, and we're like, no. But you kind of had to because it is Smokey running. Next up, Dwight Smith Jr. on a full count pitch, 2 out, doesn't try to do too much with it, slaps it the opposite way, down the third baseline. 2 runs come in to score. Jays double their lead. It's 4-0. Dwight Smith Jr. again coming up big. And the Jays got a 4-0 lead in the top of the 6th inning. But as you guys have known, in my past videos I have said, once they get the runs, in the next half inning, you gotta throw up a 0. J-Hap did not do that, but he didn't get a lot of help from his defense. First off, he gets Hoskins to fly out to Dwight Smith Jr. Franco singles to right field. Then an infield single from Carlos Santana. Now, that is an infield single, but that's a ball Josh Donaldson has got to eat up. There was an error on the play, obviously, the throwing error. It was a little dribbler to third base. Donaldson tried to barehand it and fire it to first. In my eyes, I don't think he had a shot at him. And instead, he rifles it over there way past Smokey. And now, instead of having runners at first and second, if he held on to the ball with 1 away and the double play still in order, he got runners at second and third with only 1 out. Not what you want to see. Next batter, Aaron Altair, and he singles to center field. Both runs come in to score. But then Kevin Pillar does not get his glove on the ground. And it tips his glove a little bit, slows the ball down, but it gets past him. And those 2 runs come in to score. And on that play, Aaron Altair ends up at second base. That is a big miscue right there, because next batter, Nick Williams, he singles to right field. Altair comes in to score, and it's a 4-3 game. So imagine if those plays did not happen. If those 2 plays that I just talked about, those 2 errors, did not happen. Those are small plays that could be made. Donaldson holds on to that, and it's first and second. Okay, that single to center field, whatever. It scores 1. It could have been a 4-2 game. Instead, it's a 4-3 game, and it's a lot tighter than it should be. But J-Hap gets out of that inning, and then goes 2/3 of an inning there in the 7th. But then they give him the boot. I think at that point, he was at 100 pitches exactly. So they're like, okay, this is what baseball is now. Magical number, 100 pitches. You're gone. And they bring out Sangwano, and a lot of Jays fans at this point are like, okay, we trust but the bullpen has been very shaky as of late. Do we really trust that move by Gibby? Well, Sangwano, that sounded like Scooby-Doo right there. Well, I don't know why I did that. But anyways, Sangwano comes out, gets that last out of the inning, then goes out in the 8th inning, and he has looked very, very good. First batter of I think it was Franco was the first batter of the 8th inning, and he paints a curveball, probably as perfect as can be, right on the corner. And then I think he gets the next guy out, then I think it was Altair on a really high fastball to strike out and end the inning. So after that, he gives you an inning and a third of no hits, no walks, strikes out 2 batters, and he was great. Now you go to the 9th inning. You're up a run, but Curtis Granderson's like, oh, we want some insurance there, bud. And the funny thing is, this was an 0-2 pitch on Curtis Granderson, and usually an 0-2 pitch is a terrible one. It's one you want to make a guy swing at, not hit a home run, and Granderson does just that as he drills the ball to right field, and it's gone. His 4th home run of the year, and the Jays got a nice little 2-run cushion now. It felt beautiful. And now Ryan Tepera comes out in the 9th inning. Obviously, got the save in game 1 as much as it was a nail-biter and a half. He did get the save. So he gets another opportunity today. Walks the leadoff batter in the inning. We're like, oh boy. But that's it. Doesn't give up another hit. Doesn't walk a batter. Doesn't strike out a guy. But clean inning of work from Ryan Tepera. Ball game, Blue Jays. He picks up his 2nd save. And the Jays win the series. I love it. It's nice. It's much easier to talk about a victory than a stupid 2-1 loss like yesterday. But now for the Blue Jays, we love the series win, but now you head to Boston. Yeah, to take on the Red Sox. Next up, Aaron Sanchez is on the mound for the Blue Jays tomorrow afternoon at 1:05 first pitch. Obviously, Memorial Day down in the States, so they're going to be doing, that's why it's an afternoon game tomorrow in Boston. Aaron Sanchez versus David Price. Sanchez coming off a very, very good outing in his last start, but didn't get any help for him in that game. Marco Estrada against Rick Porcello. Marco is the only guy in the rotation in his last go-around who has not pitched well. He's looking for a good one against Rick Porcello in Game 2. And then it's the finale of this series. Eduardo Rodriguez versus Sam Gaviglio, who continues to surprise Jays fans, but now he's facing a very good offense. What's going to happen? That's the 3-game set before the Jays have an off day on Thursday, all right? So, hey, that is going to do it for this one. You guys enjoyed the video, and you guys enjoyed this game, and you actually enjoyed the series overall. Hit the like button. I do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below, guys. What did you think of the game? Who's your MVP? Would you give it to Dwight Smith Jr.? Would you give it to, the bullpen? Would you give it to J. Happ? I want to hear what you guys have to say. There's a lot of options there. Devin Travis was a great one as well. I want to hear what you guys have to say. And we'll talk to you guys Tuesday podcast edition. Link is in the description for the podcast channel and for the podcast itself on iTunes. Guys, go check that out. Also, Twitter is down in the description. Go follow up. Send me a DM. Do all that great stuff. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow evening. I gotta work tomorrow. But don't worry. It'll be uploaded probably about 6 o'clock, 6:30, something like that. As the Blue Jays, they look for their second straight victory, which they haven't done in God knows when, but they look to start off this series against the Red Sox off on the right foot. Aaron Sanchez versus David Price at Fenway, 105 first pitch. We'll talk to you guys then.